Okay, hi guys. So we got new pictures of the set of Beauty and the Beast, the new Beauty and the Beast movie that's coming out in 2017. I like it that at the moment they're keeping it really secretly. They're keeping the movie very secret. They haven't really shown too much. But these pictures do give us like a new insight of the classic fairy tale as old as time. And so let's go through these pictures and see if this movie is going to work with these pictures, or if the movie's not going to work with these pictures. So we'll start off with the very first picture that's come up, which is Belle in her ball uniform. Emma Watson's there in her ball uniform, and yeah, like it looks, she looks incredible in it. I'm pretty sure this is the camera shot, but she does look a bit depressing in it, but she looks pretty good for the picture. She looks fantastic. She looks gorgeous in the ball uniform. And yeah, just it looks like Belle in live action. I said this before, but Hermione is just perfect for Belle. She looks gorgeous in the ball uniform. Like, hopefully she doesn't disappoint me in the film. Because, I mean, there is no reason for her to do it. I mean, she's perfect. She looks great in the costume. And I'm excited to see how they present it, where they do, the classic dance, the classic song. And, yeah, I'm really excited. So, yeah. We'll go on to the next picture now, which is another picture with Belle. But she is with the Beast. Dan Steffens is going to be playing the Beast. They look like that they're actually reading the Lancelot book from you saw in the sneak peek, where you saw most of them just reading. Where you see the actors reading their lines, you hear Emma Watson and Dan Steffens saying their lines. It's like, what are you reading? Nothing. More than Lancelot, King Arthur and the Round Table. You see, it looks like they're reading that. They look like they're doing that scene. And I don't the set itself looks amazing. It looks like very rich, but it also looks like it's been abandoned as well. And I like that. We saw a bit of that in the trailer, but yeah, it looks pretty good. The Beast itself, this is the first proper look at what our Beast is going to look like. I know we have a picture of the Beast, but this is actually the first proper look at Dan Steffens. And I'm actually wondering, because this actually looks incredible. If this is CGI, it looks amazing. If it looks if it's costume, Dan Steffens, big stills and costume, it's perfect. It looks pretty good. And the Beast itself, I said this before, but he looks like the devil from South Park. But it looks good. It looks like a cross between the Disney animated version of the Beast and Dan Steffens. And I said this before, but I wouldn't really want it other way. I would want the Beast to look like a Disney animated version of the Beast and the actor. If it's broken, don't try to fix it. It looks great. There have been a lot of comments about it being like, oh, the Beast looks way too attractive. It's like, yeah, but would you really go out of it? But we'll see in live action. We'll probably see how it looks in live action, and yeah, it looks pretty good. From a still picture, it looks pretty good. And our next picture is, we see a good close-up picture, and our first proper look at Luke Evans and Josh Gap as Gaston and LeFou. And I like it that LeFou, I'm gonna go on to LeFou first before I go on to Gaston. LeFou, I like it that he doesn't look too silly. I said this before, that Josh Gap is just a great choice for LeFou. But I like it that they didn't make him too silly, too ridiculous. Josh Gap, I'm pretty sure he's going to be the comic relief of the film. But I like it that they didn't he doesn't look too ridiculous, too silly. It looks like he can actually pull off a comedy and serious performance. And yeah, he looks good. Now going on to Gaston. I said this before, Luke Evans, I think, is a good choice for Gaston. I think he's a good actor. I like him in a lot of things like The Hobbit, Dracula Untold. He's a good actor. But my problem is that not like, the fact that he's going to act as Gaston. My problem was the fact that he looked a bit too skinny. Like Gaston was always like, he was always like a muscular, buffed person who didn't take, shit from anyone. He was always like, the jerk type, he was just perfect in every way. And, like, I'm not saying that, Luke Evans is like, me skinny, but I thought he looked a bit too skinny for Gaston. Like, but, maybe, like, when I see the film, I might actually be like, you know what, Luke Evans was pretty good as Gaston, I don't care if he's skinny. I mean, I want to see him in the film before I start judging. Going on to the next picture, it's the objects from the castle. We have Cogsworth, we have Mrs. Potts, we have Lumiere, and we have the Hut Feather Duster. And this is the thing that I was more nervous about. Like, Cogsworth and Mrs. Potts look really fine. I think they look fine. I find it a bit weird that Mrs. Potts is, like, really small or anything. But, like, Lumiere and the Feather Duster, they, mainly the Feather Duster than Lumiere, because the Feather Duster, it doesn't really look human. Like, it's got like a little bird thing at the top, and like, in the Disney animated version of Beauty and the Beast, Lumiere and the Feather Duster, they do have like, a romantic relationship. And like, the Feather Duster just looks a bit weird to me. Like, again, I'm only judging on the picture, so I don't really want to go too much into it. But Lumiere, like, again, I want to see how he looks like in the film, and I am open to this new Lumiere. It's not Lumiere that I'm really used to, but I like it where they, like, I like it that he, he actually looks like that he can walk. And I yeah, but it looks good, for what they're trying to do. But yeah, like, I think it look, I'm open to see how it goes in the film. And yeah, like, Ewan McGregor's a fantastic actor, so I'm pretty sure he'd do a great job as Lumiere. So we'll go into like more other pictures. We got the next one, and the next one is Belle and her father. What was her father's name again? What was it again? Maurice. We have Belle and Maurice, and he's played by the only actor who has won an Oscar from a comedy. Like, he's a great choice for, like, Belle's father. He looks good in the role as well, even in costume. He looks like a live-action version of Maurice. I mean, in the Disney animated version of Beast, like, I know it's a cartoon, but I think they went a little bit too silly with Maurice. But, like, with this picture, it looks good, it looks, I like it when, like, hopefully they don't go, I want them to go silly with Maurice, but not, like, too silly, where I'm just like, dude. But, like, it looks like, they're good together, like, Belle was also there in her classic clothes, which is cool. I like it that they go with classic clothes. I mean, I know a lot of people are just like, oh, it looks like Cinderella. I was like, that's Belle in a classic ball gown. That's Belle in a classic suit. Like, just be happy that there's going to be, like, a live-action version of Beauty and the Beast, and there's going to be having Belle in a classic uniform. They're going, they're going to a musical, and yeah, like, it looks good. It looks pretty good for what they're going for Beauty and the Beast. And then we're going to, like, I think I'm just going to do one more picture because we've run out of time, which is, like, Gaston in the tub, like, they're doing the Gaston song. And this is something that's selling me on with Luke Evans' Gaston. This is, like, looking at this, he looks, I'm kind of jealous, I want that look. But the tavern itself looks pretty cool. I mean, you have, like, everyone there dancing, doing the no one slicks like Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston, no one's next to the incredibly quick as Gaston. They look like they're having fun as well in the tavern, singing the Gaston song. And you even have, like, the antlers on the, you also have, like, antlers on the decorating. I use antlers for all of my decorating. And It looks good. You know, I like it that they're going for like a musical version of Beauty and the Beast. And since then to Luke Evans, I think he looks good as Gaston. You know, he has like the red clothes, and yeah, it looks good. Hopefully, he can do a good performance as Gaston. And yeah. So that's all I can really say about the new pictures of Beauty and the Beast. What do you think of the pictures of Beauty and the Beast? Do you like these new pictures? Are you excited for the new Beauty and the Beast movie? Comment below. You're welcome to comment below, and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you next time. Bye.